cherish being here with all of you. Let's see. I have one child. I always had one child. He was 7 when I started my bachelor's and 15 when I graduated. So it can be done. One foot in front of the other. And I really believe if I can do it, anybody can do it. You just can't quit. That's the thing. Let's see. My son motivated me, but mostly I motivated me, because it was something I really wanted to achieve. And as an adjunct here at CCA, I see that in my classes all the time. A high level of motivation and a high level of wondering how you're going to do it. And how you do it is you just don't stop. Let's see. That's it.
Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. And Carla. Carla, you're next.
Hello everyone, my name is Carla Campbell. I'm from the English department. I teach English composition. Some of you I've had in my class. Let's see, for me, I come from Boston. I grew up in the city of Boston, and where education is king. And so I went to a college preparatory school where everyone was heading to either Notre Dame, Dartmouth, Tufts University, and as for myself, I went to a state school at Fitchburg State, didn't finish, went in the military, spent 12 years total in the military, was married for 11 years, had 3 children. All 3 of my children were premature, extreme preemies that were medically needy by the time I decided to go back to school. After being divorced, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with 2 twin boys who were medically needy, but I knew I needed to do something, and it was always my goal to finish college. And so, but at that time it was pretty difficult because I was now a single parent with babies who were undergoing occupational therapy, physical therapy. I was taking them to speech. I didn't have a car. I was living in Phoenix, Arizona. We're talking 105, 115 degree heat. Traveling, taking the bus to take my babies to their doctor's appointments, and my daughter, who was 5 at the time. But I knew at that moment in time I needed to go back because it would improve my situation, but I had no idea how I was going to do it. Until one day I happened to be driving past Arizona State at the West Campus, and when I drove past it, tears came down my face because I knew I needed to go back and complete what I had started. And so, but I had no idea how I was going to do it. And in the process, I had, my son had a physical therapist, an OT therapist who was coming to the house.
So sorry.
And she encouraged me. Her name was also Margo. She was my son's speech therapist. And she said, "Ms. Campbell, you should go back." And so I didn't know how. I'm just going to tell you, I didn't know where to begin because I had been to college before. I had taken classes even while I was in the military. I took classes wherever I was stationed, such as Old Dominion University, Columbia College. So I've had academic experience. But I'm going to tell you, the moment I made that decision, the doors were wide open for me. The moment I made the decision that I'm going to go, in spite of the fact that my children needed me the most, being medically needy, but I knew I had to do it. So I met with a young lady named Cynthia Steele, and Cynthia Steele, who's now, she was the one who encouraged me, also told me to apply for scholarships. And let me tell you, I managed to transfer quite a few of my credits, started out at Phoenix College, did 1 year. Phoenix College, they provided daycare for my son because I couldn't find daycare for my children. By this time they're 3. I couldn't find daycare that would offer me that provision, allowing my son's services to travel. Through that, I started Phoenix College, did 1 year And once my boys turned 3, we were able to put them in another program. The programs that helped me was Children Rehabilitative Services, the United Cerebral Palsy, as well as March of Dimes. Scholarship money came my way. I started applying, and there were times when scholarships were just handed to me because it was a decision that I made, and I'm a strong believer that when you pursue your dreams, the doors will open for you. And so I received scholarships from Assistant League, the Women's Business Association, as well as the African American Association. And I transferred over to Arizona State University in the School of Communications at the Hugh Downs School. And from there, the money was just coming my way, but I was taking the bus every day. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a car, but I managed to take public transportation. And it was the hardest thing. There were days when I was walking to drop my sons off at the daycare that was willing to take them. They said, Ms. Campbell, as long as you're here and you're at ASU, we will provide the daycare for you. And that's how I got through that. And then someone blessed me with a car. And someone gave me, it was a nice car, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay, all right. So, but I just wanted to lay out the organizations that helped me in that process. So, there you go.
Let's give her a round of applause. Oh, no, you're next.
Hi everyone. I don't really like microphones,
So I can talk like this because I can talk loud. Sorry. Hold on.
Here, let me give it to Carol then.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
You don't need it? Yeah, I don't need it. Well, my name is Lizeth Gomez. I don't know. I'm here because I was chosen to be here, and let me tell you, I always get these opportunities. I don't know why, but apparently I'm good at it. So I'll start from there. I've been married for 5 years to my wonderful husband, Aurora, and we have 2 beautiful children, Sophia, who's 4, and Alberto, who's 2. And I've been in college for 2 years. I am pursuing my Associate's of Arts in Early Childhood Education. I love kids. I've always had that feeling that I was going to work with kids. I've always wanted to be a teacher. So my initial goal is to become a kindergarten teacher. And really just, I love to see kids develop. I love just to be in the room with kids. I think they just bring a lot of happiness to everyone. I also work. I work at a daycare with kids. So that's my life. I'm an online student. That's why you probably have, maybe I've seen 1 or 2 people, but I'm an online student. So I take about 9 to 12 credit hours during the semester. So my life is pretty busy, but it has been the most rewarding thing to go to school and have my kids see me go to school, because like my daughter loves to see mommy doing homework. She loves to just learn what I'm learning. So I think in general, people see it as like an obstacle to go to school and have kids, or go to school and work. It's hard. It really is hard. I went to sleep last night at 12 and I woke up this morning at 5. But I'm still here. But it's still possible. I really want that to be the main focus, that I think it's possible to do what you want to do as long as you put your mind to it and have that ambition. If you want to get up at 5 in the morning and study, you can do that. I know you're tired, but in the long run, it's going to benefit you so much. It's going to benefit your family so much. Like I see her with her baby here. Like, I'm so proud of you for having your baby here, because if I could have had my 2 here, they probably would have been running around. They're just active. But it's just, I don't know, from a young person, because as you can tell, I'm 25. So I started college a little bit later, but later is never too late. So I'm here, and thank you for you guys being here, because you guys are here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You got it.
These are my people. This is my family. We're a family of tribal women. And my son wants to know what happened to all the men. We don't have an answer for him. My name is Carol Covington, and I came back to school at 59 years old. I was a high school dropout. I served in the military. I worked my whole life, and I felt real successful because I managed to keep a roof over my head and the lights on. And then I got sick. I got sick at 59 after working for Frito-Lay for 20 years. I got sick. I had to have surgery, and they put me on a medical leave of absence, which I was receiving 1/3 of my pay. And I went into total shock. I thought, oh hell, what am I need to get better real fast because I don't have a backup plan. And my niece, who was going through college, she was going through cancer treatment, suggested that I stop by CCA and just go on a tour and see what the college was like and go back to school. But, you know, as a high school dropout and being out of school for 40-something years, I really only went just to keep her quiet and make her happy because she was going through something, you know. I left CCA that day enrolled in classes, and I went home and I thought, they bulldozed me, they set me up, because I couldn't even make it through high school, so what was I going to do in college, you know? And then I started summer semester of 2015, and I happened to luck up and get into one of Sandra's classes. I want to say to you that you just don't know how in a moment somebody, someplace, something will change your whole life and your whole direction in your life. I had been somebody's mother, somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, and something to everybody else in my life except for myself. And I discovered while I was in school at CCA that I was somebody all on my own. And I got a chance to be successful. It's contagious. When you find out what you can do, you stop remembering what you couldn't do. So I think that if you just give yourself a chance to live with some purpose and intention and not just to get through the day, you're going to find out how wonderful just being alive can be. I'm getting ready to be 62 years old, and this is the best time of my life. So I just want to say, give yourself a chance